An absolutely amazing crowd for Championship Sunday of the Calgary Stampede. It was a hot, sunny day inside GMC Stadium, and our champions were crowned. History was made, starting off in the Bearback Riding. Once we made it to the showdown round, none were better than the very last bareback rider to go, Cooper Cook. He's 16th in the world standings. He's going to be moving on up. He got to pick this horse. Disco Party from the Calgary Stampede makes a big-time ride for 94 points and a huge celebration for the young Cooper Cook. He's been to Calgary a couple times, but never had a trip like this. Unbelievable ride and $50,000 for Cooper Cook, your champion in the bareback riding here at Calgary. And in the barrel race, it truly was a Cinderella story on a championship Sunday. Anita Ellis made her way to Calgary Stampede for the first time via qualifier. She had to battle through hundreds of barrel racers just to get here. Then she finally made it to the three-man. This 5-year-old gelding that she trained, ran in the futurities, showed up in a big way, clocked a 16.956 seconds to be the very best barrel racer. They won over $71,000 here at the Calgary Stampede, all of it counting towards the WPRA World Standings. Lost a bell boot there, but won the Calgary Stampede and 50 grand. Anita Ellis, amazing story by her in that #1 spot. She beat out the Titans in Calgary. And in the tie-down roping, we've been building up this story for the last 10 days. Following in his dad Sylvester Mayfield's footsteps, Shad Mayfield, the world champion, he was the very first tie-down roper out. 6.8-second run to set the bar and held it. Nobody could catch him. Big celebration for him. He is so fast on the ground each and every time, especially when it's for $50,000 and his first ever win here at the Calgary Stampede. And in the steer wrestling, we saw a very familiar face, Scott Gempner. He claims to be retired from steer wrestling, but somehow keeps winning the Calgary Stampede and making his way back to the NFR. 3.7 seconds to be the very last Bulldogger and cinch yet another win. His third win here at the Calgary Stampede, riding the great horse Eddie. It all came together. That horse belongs to Tanner Milan. 50 grand for Scott Gempner and his beautiful family. Look at those three boys. #1 again here at the Calgary Stampede. And speaking of familiar faces, in the saddle bronc riding, maybe the most familiar bronc rider out of Canada, 4-time world champion and 3-time Calgary Stampede champion Zeke Thurston makes a historical ride, 92.5 points on Virgil. Zeke got to pick this horse himself. He had a lot of history with this life-changing horse. They've won the bareback riding here on Virgil, and now they have won the saddle bronc riding. You see the celebration with his traveling partner Dawson Hay, who ended up second. Zeke Thurston and Virgil. Zeke is now a 4-time champion of the Calgary Stampede in the bronc riding. And speaking of history, that is what the breakaway roping was all about here at the Calgary Stampede. Shelby Beaujolais-Megid. She's from just down the road from the Calgary Stampede and makes an amazing run, 2.2 seconds. She set the bar. She's on her Horse of the Year, Anna. Wow, look at how she got that loop on that calf. History, the very first ever breakaway roping champion. She's hugging her husband, world champion Haven Medjord, who won Calgary just last year. Now Shelby can put her name in the history books forever alongside the breakaway roping at Calgary Stampede as your first ever champion in the breakaway. In the bull riding, when it came to that showdown round, there was only one qualified ride, and it was the young Wasey Charlotte, 19 years old, his first Calgary Stampede. He's gonna move to #1 in the world with this win. He was on Volt's Haunted Hotel for 86 points. He thanked his family, he thanked the great Cody Custer for getting him here in his career. And so cool at his young age to get this huge win. That is gonna change the direction of the bull riding season for him as he moves into that #1 spot with $50,000 win here at the Calgary Stampede in the bull riding. It was an absolutely historical year from the breakaway roping to the bull riding, the saddle bronc riding. Take a look at those champions. They will forever be in the record books. Your champions from the 2025 Calgary Stampede, and a huge celebration and great time was had by all.